Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope you're having a very, very good Wednesday wherever you are. Yeah, West Ham. Nothing's happening at the minute, but there is a few rumours that I want to talk about. Two players that I do rate. One's a goalkeeper and one is a centre forward. But before I get into this video, smash a like on the video. Goes a long way. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. We had a good fluctuation of subscribers. Then a few people thought E20 is not for them. You can't please everyone, people. You can't please everyone. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Before I get started, last night was unbelievable from one of our own in Declan Rice. And I'm going to be honest, the reaction from the West Ham side of things was a bit mixed. Some people couldn't stand it. Some people were like, pleased for him. It's no pleasing some people. But one thing I will say is West Ham develop a lot of good players. And we sign some up-and-coming youngsters and go on to be great players for West Ham. I've seen it over the years. I remember in 2003, Carrick, Cole, Glenn Johnson, Defoe, all these players who sort of come through the ranks at West Ham and went on to do good things at other clubs. It'd be nice to keep him at this club, though, at West Ham United. I will say that. But let's get into this video. Let's start off with the goalkeeper, James Trafford. Apparently, he's been linked to West Ham, and I think it's a signing that West Ham desperately need. Obviously, the other day, Areola was awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah. The geezer looks like Sean Paul. Yeah. He plays football in goal like RuPaul at the end of the day. We've got to get rid of this geezer. We've got to get rid of him. He's a good shot stopper, but if we're going to play at the back, and we're going to be a position-based side, we can't have Alfonso Areola in goal. We simply can't have him in goal because he's no good with the ball to his feet. Now, James Trafford is a 22-year-old. He was at Manchester City. Burnley signed him for £15 million. Can West Ham get him from Burnley? Tricky. It's a tricky one because if they go up, would he want to stay there or would he want to move on? I think West Ham have to act big in this window coming up. They simply have to act big. If they want James Trafford, go out and drop a bid of 20, 25 mil and get him to West Ham. He's your goalkeeper for the next 10 years. Do you know what I mean? And that's what West Ham need to do. They need to go out and sign a young, up-and-coming goalkeeper and then work with him over a period of time. Now, he's had a good sort of season with Burnley, but Burnley are a very boring side. Anyone who sort of follows the Championship, they are your clean sheet merchants, right? Never back them to have both teams to score because you're never going to win. And they sort of bore teams to death and nick games either 1-0 or 2-0 or something like that. So, I don't mind James Trafford. I really don't. And I think he's a sort of player that West Ham could do with. If we're going to build a new sort of revitalised West Ham, I think we have to start at the back and the goalkeeper is a major part of that. There is other goalkeepers out there, but I think Trafford suits West Ham in a lot of ways, right? Homegrown quota straight away, that goes a long way. It sort of gets that to a standard. And, I think he's not right. I think we can get him. That's the thing. I think we can definitely get James Trafford to West Ham. And I look at it, we've got 3 goalkeepers at the club. Fabianski, too old. League One Wes just sits there on the bench, and Areola doesn't fit the style that we want to play. So we need a goalkeeper. James Trafford's the guy. I do not want to see Aaron Ramsdale at this club. I do not. He's the serial relegator. Everywhere he goes, he gets relegated. Sheffield United, Southampton. Nah. If we see him walking through the door, next season's going to be dead. I will say that. Let's move on to a man that I do rate, and that is Liam Delap. Being in Ipswich and being all around Suffolk, as my partner lives in Suffolk, I'm going to be honest, they rave highly about him. He's got a £40 million sort of get-out clause or relegation clause if they was to go down. West Ham need to go and get this geezer. Simple as that. He's a sort of player West Ham need. He reminds me of a Dean Ashton type player to a point. Good in the air, good in the ground. And Ipswich Town fans rave about him. Yeah, and I think they know that they're going to lose the man at the end of the season. Now, people say to me, James, he's going to go to Chelsea, he's going to go to Manchester United. I don't think that's I think that's a too big a leap for Liam Delap to go to there. But to us, I don't think is that much of a big leap. Yeah, I think from Ipswich to us, you're going to a side that is in need of a centre forward he's going to be starting every game. What do you do with Nicholas Füllkrug? That's the main thing there. Like if Nicholas Füllkrug has a good time from now to the end of the season. Do you keep him? Do you sell him? What do you do with him? What do you do with Mikel Antonio? That's another one who sort of you got to look at. West Ham need options, and I see the links to Jonathan David. Even though I wouldn't mind Jonathan David, I just hope he isn't coming in for the money. And I think with Liam Delap, you've got a player there who's looking to improve yearly. Obviously, he was at Manchester City's academy. Man City have got an academy that is sort of blossoming at the minute. Went to Hull. Then Ipswich signed him in that sort of season. This season, he's done pretty well for Ipswich. But I think if West Ham was to go in and make a claim for him, I think he's a very, very good player. Extremely good player. And for £40 million, yet again, young, he's going to be your centre forward for the next 5 years. I think it's a no-brainer. I think West Ham have to go out and get Liam Delap. I speak to a few Ipswich Town fans in the local pub where I go to, and they say to me that he's an absolute talent, but I think he's going to go on to be better than he is right now. Yeah, with better players around him. And I even asked him. I said, "Do you think he should go to someone like Man United or Chelsea?" And their words were, "It'll ruin him. It'll ruin him going to them places because he ain't going to be a consistent starter. They're going to try and bring him in at big part games. Ain't going to work. It simply ain't going to work." So West Ham is the team, really. Yeah, and I think if West Ham are looking for a centre forward, there is someone in Suffolk, and I don't mind dropping him off at the London Stadium. I really don't. And it is only a train from Ipswich to Stratford. So, Liam, if you fancy it, East London's the place to be. I will say that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree in what is being said at the minute. For me, Liam Delap is the striker West Ham need. Yeah, there is other strikers out there. Imega from Strasbourg is a player that I do highly rate, but I think Chelsea have got the keys to him, and that would be a tricky one to get out. I look at other strikers, and I think I don't know whether we're serious about it. Yeah, and I think with Liam Delap, you got Jonathan David. Are we seriously going to get Jonathan David? I don't think we are, and I think Liam Delap is very gettable signing for West Ham. And James Trafford, as I say, is a player that if you're going to build, you might as well start now by building from the back and getting rid of the goalkeepers and starting afresh. Now, that all depends if Burnley stay in the Championship or not, or they get promoted to the Prem. But nevertheless, if they do get promoted to the Prem, West Ham should act like a big club, go in there and take that goalkeeper out of there. Yeah, I don't want to see Ramsdale at this club. Kelleher has been mentioned, but he's going to cost a fortune to get out of Liverpool. Trafford's the guy. Liam Delap's the guy. Let me know if you think they are the guys for you. Anyway, smash a like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Hit the notification bell. That has been the Rumour Has It show. I'll be back in the week for more content West Ham related. And just to round up on this, I've got to be honest, as I say about Declan Rice last night, I think the future is very bright in the West Ham Academy. We do develop quality. And last night, Dec showed his quality for the world to see. So good luck to him, and not so good luck to Arsenal fans. I will say that. I don't want to see you succeed anytime soon in the future. So there you go. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again in the next one.